Hello and welcome to Shahid's tutorials. Today's tutorial is about storage spaces. So I've been using storage spaces for a couple of years now, and some of my friends asked how do I use it, and I just decided I wrote a few things about it, so I said why not just make a video on it. So there are several reasons you want to use storage spaces, or at least I want to use storage spaces compared to having a QNAP or any other type of third-party hardware RAID system. The first reason is that it is cheaper. I don't have to buy third-party software hardware. It works on Windows 10 very nicely. Second, the recovery is not dependent on any third-party software or hardware. So if I use my hard drives on QNAP or anything, I have to go back, buy another QNAP if there's a hardware problem or do something before I'm able to recover my data. With storage spaces, I just use the same hard drives hooked to any Windows 10 computer and it just works. It is sophisticated RAID. So it is doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes to manage your data. RAID cluster size, RAID management of data, taking care of your hard drive, distribution of data, reading, writing, everything. So it is really doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, and it is actually more and more being used as the standard RAID for a lot of NAS systems in corporate environment. So with Windows servers, so it is really sophisticated software. So the other part is that you could use the drives on any computer, and you can manage on any computer with Windows 10. So that's the beauty of that thing. Connect to your laptop or anything. You can buy a portable hard drive, small form factor, don't need separate power supply adapter, and just connect to your system and it works. And the other little thing is that I could use BitLocker natively on it. Okay, so given that, let's start doing that. So all you gotta do is click on your Windows 10, right, storage spaces, and run it, and you get this Windows. And storage spaces, you can create a new pool. You probably won't see these existing storage that I have, so you're gonna get a new pool, and then you get all this list of hard drives. You want to make sure you don't use existing drives, so you probably know which drives you want to use, but you can go and see view files and check if there are any files on it. Right now I don't have any files on this one, and on this one I don't have any files either. And you can also do is make sure, so first I'm going to show you mirrors, which you can use it for 2 drives. You want to use from 2 to 4 drives for mirror, and if you want more than 4 drives, like 6, 7, or 9 drives, you want dual parity instead of mirror. It's more efficient and all that, but we can go into that discussion a little bit later on. So for to generate mirror for 2 drives, in mirror you're gonna get half the capacity. So if I have 1 terabyte drives in this case, total capacity is 2 terabytes with 2 drives, but I'm gonna just get 1 because of the mirror redundancy. So it's gonna automatically manage that redundancy. So you can get as many drives you can add to it. So I'm just gonna say create pool. So one thing I wanted to show you that didn't come up here. I came back and I didn't set up the pool yet. Let me delete that pool. Delete pool. So this sometimes it gives you an error when you do that. So these were the 2 drives I wanted to use. So view files is empty, view files are empty. So before I go further, I normally want to run computer management and run as the administrator. You will notice that there are drives all here. Drive 13 and 15 is the one I wanted to use. 13 and 14 I want to use. So I will go on 13 and 14. And one thing I would like to do here is this. Go into properties, policies, change it. So at the end we want quick removal. That's what we want really at the end. But you have to go to better performance one time. Say OK. OK. Don't restart it and go into then again properties, go again to quick removal. OK. And do that. Why you want to do that is because the way Windows deals with the drives, it kind of fix some data in the cache, and that will prevent you from using the drives in storage, and you will get an error. So you want to do this one time, revert it back, go to properties, go to policies, and go to better performance and revert back to quick removal, and then you come back here and use those devices. Then you will not get that error. Otherwise it might say I can't use those drives because there is some cache sitting around somewhere. Okay. So that's that. Now you can use whatever storage space name you want. Two-way mirror, that's what you want to use. And on size, ideal size I would recommend is to say 15 terabyte. Why I do that? So the sweet spot of cluster size, without going into a lot of details, is 4K. And less than 16 terabyte, that's the cluster size you get, and this is the maximum that you can go to. So you don't have to put all the drives today. You can put a couple of terabyte right now, but set the maximum to 15 terabyte, and here you go. But if you want to in future go to 24, 32 terabyte, then you should set it to 24, 32 terabyte, so that you can go. It's gonna have a bigger cluster size in that case, and you'll be able to go to higher size. If you set to 15, you will not be able to go to more than 16 terabyte for the pool. So then you go on, but ideally I will say this is a sweet spot for 4K cluster size. And yes, here you go. This is your pool. You can go view files. This is your drive, H drive space 1, and you can start new test document hello1, and it's all working, and we'll all do. There's a couple of commands I want to show you on your storage spaces. Automatically manage all that. If you want to add a drive later on, you can go to your pool. Where's the pool? There's the pool. You can go and say change physical drives, change, and you can change the size, and you can go here and say add drive, and you can add drives. One thing you have to remember is the efficiency 50%. You get half the space that you set it up. A couple of drive commands here I wanted to show you. So optimize volume. with the DriveLetter, whatever DriveLetter is, ReTrim, and you can do Verbose if you want to. That will force it to manage the storage evenly on the drives. So if you see there's unevenly used drives, you can run that. It takes a lot of time, but it eventually will show you. Another command I wanted to show you is that get-virtualdisk. Um, you can just do get-virtualdisk and it will get you virtual disks available right now. The one space one is the one just I made. And efficiency is 41%. Normally it is about 50%. Because just new, that's why it's 41%. Go get physical disk. You can get all the physical disk associated with your virtual disk. So space one. So it will show me the two disks, 13 and 14 that I had with the serial number and everything. I usually would put a sticker with serial number on the drive so that I know which two drives I'm talking about, serial number and the storage space name, so that I can keep those drives together and move it wherever I want and connect to any computer and do it. And then you can go and right click on it and run BitLocker if you want to. Turn on BitLocker, right? Access is denied because I'm remotely logged in. You can run BitLocker when remotely logged in, but you can go to your PC and run the BitLocker. So anyways, that's our storage spaces with two drives. You can add any more drives on one. Is a mirror storage space that I showed you. I would, for larger data, I would use dual parity that has more redundancy. At least 3 drives have to go bad for that thing to fail. So that is really what I like about dual parity, and that is all for our next video. But that's what you got. Simple mirror with 2 drives that connects to any computer, and you can go ahead and use it. All right. And for remote login, don't forget to see some of those products. So here is one of those products that I talked about, Teamviewer. You can use it for remote access of your files, and not only you can access files, you can completely manage your computer. You can access applications on your computer. You can use Adobe or anything on your computer and access the files remotely with the applications. Basically, you can have the whole Windows console or just download file on your iPad or phone or anything. It's really useful software, and it's free for normal users unless you're a business user. You can just Google remote file access with TeamViewer and go to TeamViewer website, download it, and see how to use it. Pretty simple, straightforward, and you can log into anywhere and access your Windows machine at home or your files at home. So that makes your home cloud with Teamviewer and StorageSpaces. All right, thank you.